11, we are now over the downtown area. We've been following the progress of what will come into view here, and it is that crane that you see right now, slowly moving along Lemon, just past Lemon and 75. So we are getting closer and closer to Lee Park this afternoon, officially Robert E. Lee Park. And of course, the statue and the monument that is there and the situation you've heard unfolding over the last few weeks, the controversy over the statue, not only here, but nationwide as well. And City Council did vote recently to have it removed. And then, Gilma, we recall just days ago, obviously, the removal process began, but then there was a court action taken and suddenly stopped in the middle of the afternoon that day.
The city then voted to take down the statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee, then ran into several different problems, obtaining a crane to get the job done. Police have not confirmed for us what is going on out there exactly, but you can see it's still making its way down the road. The crane is there, making its way on 75 and just passing Lemon there. Yeah, actually, we're on Lemon here as we cruise down. And what you'll see in trail here is I see 1, 2, 3 police cars. I saw a couple of motor officers on the front end of the crane. Maybe a bit more of a police escort than you would normally expect for a piece of heavy equipment like this. Typically, they'll have something, maybe the truck with the flasher on the front and trailing from the rear as well, just to keep drivers safe. But considering the situation, considering where this crane is going, considering the feelings on both sides of this issue, we've kind of lost the crane, obviously, amid the tops of the buildings and the parking garages and the trees. But considering all of that, presumably is what leads us to see a fairly heavy police presence this afternoon. Again, a couple of motor officers leading the charge out front of this crane that is headed over to Lee Park downtown, which is a 14-acre park. It has been there for a long time, to say the least. Lee Park established all the way back in 1909. But again, all things considering, everything has gone relatively smoothly. Getting the crane over to the park this afternoon. Again, the order came down a few days ago that the court action would not stop the removal of the Robert E. Lee statue that you see there on the left. We're showing you some video on the right-hand side, the live video again of that crane that's headed downtown. So everything did play out in court, Gilma, the way it was supposed to and the way it should have, obviously. And those who are opposed to this thing being removed, court action did not rule in their favor. And thusly, we have been waiting, actually, for a few days. The first word we got, I think was late last week, was that because of Hurricane Harvey in Houston, the crew that had been initially working on actually taking the statue away had been called down to Houston to do some work down there. And apparently they were the ones that whoever's behind taking this thing down, they were the ones that they wanted them to come back and do it. And that's why we've honestly been waiting a few days for this thing to be done. And Jack, we do have a crew there on the scene, and we're going to be hearing from that crew as soon as we can. You can see, this has really extended for some time. People are very passionate on either side, but again, the court ruled, or the judge ruled, I should say, that the statue could come down, and this is not the end of it, because then we have to discuss what name the park will now have. Yeah. As the statue is removed. Yeah, and we did hear the task force has voted to change the name of the park, and that begs, obviously, the question, well, what are they going to change it to? We don't know the answer, pure and simple. The task force has all of that and is taking it under consideration. Looks like we have arrived here at the half-circle corner here at Lee Park, I believe, and off to the right would be the statue. Everything has come to a halt here. Again, police are along with that crane. We don't see a whole lot of people this afternoon. And as Gilma just mentioned, very passionate issue, both sides, whether you're for it or against it. Both voices have been there. This may, clearly in the middle of a business day, be a bit of a surprise, obviously. We got word, honestly, it wasn't too long ago, maybe an hour ago or so, Chelsea, correct me if I'm wrong, that the crane was making its way there and the crew was coming to finish what they had started last week, when again, in the middle of the removal of the statue last week, there had been court action, there had been an appeal, and then the judge said, you know what, everything stops right now. And they were literally in the middle of removing the thing. So they stopped. And then again, the backstory, that crew that was removing it went down to Houston on Hurricane Harvey related duties. Everything was put on hold. But in that interim is when, as you mentioned, the judge ruled in favor of those who want the statue removed.
And then that opened the door, and that was, I think, what we've been waiting for, honestly, is for that crew to get back from what they've been doing down south, and now they're back in place.
And it's interesting that you point out on that day, there were several people out there as the statue was being removed, as the process of removing the statue was starting. The crane was in place. Today, you can see a very different story, perhaps catching some folks by surprise that this is actually happening today. At that point, Doug, I remember we did have crews on the scene describing crowds cheering when the crane was no longer allowed to begin the removal process of that statue. Yeah. Very passionate on either side here.
Passionate and emotional. So here's what we're going to do right now. So that clearly things are moving very slowly here. There's not a huge group of people here. We're going to keep one eye on what's happening in downtown. The crane has now arrived at Lee Park. They're going to remove the Robert E. Lee statue to the best of our knowledge. So we're going to keep an eye on that.